Good morning, all you beautiful detractors, every single one of you, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to watch some more of the spectacle that is DSP. It is Thursday here in Australia, and I've been very, very slow to get this going, but let's get it started. And let us all bask in the bazaar that is DSP. This one is particularly interesting, I find. It really shows how out of touch Philbit really is. Let's have a listen.
So you drink Red Bull and you get caffeine. And the caffeine acts like the caffeine from anything else that you drink. Then it also has a bunch of like the B vitamins,
What?
the taurine.
What did he say?
Building protein, but instead supports key functions like bile salt formation, cellular calcium regulation. It is often called a conditionally essential amino acid because while the body makes it, dietary intake is necessary for optimal levels. So essentially you don't want more of it. Okay? You don't.
Okay. So what health information training do you think Philbit actually has? I would say literally none. And yet he loves to think that he can talk with authority on any amount of subjects. He's such a learned man, don't you know? He went to college. He apparently passed college. He apparently has a degree, which is truly astounding to me. He has a college degree at all. But he's going to lecture you on what essential and non-essential amino acids actually are. Okay, cool. Thanks, bro.
You don't want extra taurine. You should have enough. If you don't have enough, you probably have like a medical condition.
He's not actually stating to you that you... fuck's sake. He's not actually stating to you you need to acquire essential amino acids in your diet daily. He's not actually saying that because he doesn't even realize that, the dipshit.
But most people don't want to be putting taurine into their bodies. It's not an amino...
He has no idea what he's talking about. Taurine is just one of these amino acids that was touted on many, many drinks, and I even remember a set of contact lenses I had a number of years ago that would advertise itself as having taurine. You know, it's one of those a lot of time buzzwords. But Jesus, this imbecile is talking about things he has no idea about.
No acid that's going to give you more protein or anything. It just basically, it's just like everything in these drinks. It sounds, oh, taurine, it's going to give you energy. It doesn't give you energy. You want to know what happens when you drink Red Bull? So you drink Red Bull and you...
Oh, I should love to hear the analysis by Philbit on the usage of energy drinks. Thanks, mate. You tell us all. You inform us all, bro.
You get caffeine. And the caffeine acts like the caffeine from anything else that you drink. Then it also has a bunch of like the B...
What did he just say?
Energy. It doesn't give you energy.
Doesn't give you energy, right?
I know what happens when you drink Red Bull. So you drink Red
Yes.
Bull and you get caffeine.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nature of energy drinks, you dipshit. That's why they're called energy drinks. Okay. Yep. Just like coffee, but okay, cool. Yep.
And the caffeine acts like the caffeine.
Oh, because he doesn't enunciate. He he said caffeine acts like caffeine
From anything else that...
from anything else. I don't think that was ever disputed, mate. I think we all realize that caffeine from coffee or caffeine from Red Bull is still caffeine, bro. It just comes from a different source. If you're drinking bean juice, you're drinking, caffeine from bean juice. If you're drinking Red Bull, I don't know how you drink Red Bull. You're getting the caffeine that's synthetically added to it, like duh.
You drink. Then it also has a bunch of like the B vitamins, the taurine, and here's what happens with that. You piss it out.
Oh God, what a revelation. I'm so glad Philbit had to tell me this. I would never have known that you end up urinating out excess vitamins and minerals that your body can't utilize. Jesus, I'm so glad Philbit told me this information. So glad.
Your body doesn't absorb it. It just goes through your body and then you have to piss. And you piss it right out. Because your body doesn't absorb shit that way. Your body absorbs stuff through natural means. Like,
oh, let's hear Philbit explain the digestive and nutritional absorption process.
real food and shit. That's how you absorb
Through food and shit. I'm so glad Philbert told me this.
nutrients, not by drinking them in a concentrated form in a can.
So that means like in any sort of, B12 supplement or oral B12 supplement or any vitamin B12 or any vitamin supplement at all is completely worthless to Philbert because he's very learned and knows these things.
It doesn't work. Your body will take very minimal amount of it and then you piss it right the fuck out of your body. So there's no point in drinking that shit. It tastes.
Yes, I mean, pay a special attention if you are in fact anemic and you take iron pills or ferrous pills or ferron pills in addition to ascorbic acid or vitamin C tablets, because you shouldn't do that because you're pissing everything out, as according to Philbert.
Tastes like ass because they put all these amino acids in it and you piss them right out anyway, so you tasted it for nothing.
Wow, what a statement.
And what happens is you get a caffeine boost just like you would if you had caffeine from anything else. There's no point. You're paying out the nose for an energy drink.
Okay, Red Bull is not an expensive drink, like, at all.
That does exactly the same as anything else that has caffeine in it.
So, like a coffee or an other energy drink.
What's for dinner? We're doing DSP Tries It today. Today is DSP Tries It Wendy's. We have the cheesy bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, so this is where he goes over a fucking menu from Wendy's. I couldn't give less of a shit. We only have very few Wendy's, I think, in Australia. They're bigger in New Zealand for some reason. I'm not sure why. All I can remember having them, this is over a decade ago now, was they just had really big burgers. Is what I can remember.
Bunch of combos. I don't want a combo. I don't want the soda.
I wonder if he can actually say O. If he can say O, like when you say O-H spelled, he goes ow, 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 combo.
I don't want a biggie deal.
I look at his thrilling content. I mean, the wheelchair brigade must love this shit. I mean, all right, let's move on to the meat and potatoes about what the video is meant to be about.
I always wondered about these people who, like, every single time something happens, they're in the streets protesting. Like, who are you? Like, don't you have a life or a job? Don't you have to go to school or work? Don't you have...
This is a rarity. Philbert able to actually think outside of his own sphere. That's unusual.
Responsibility. Why are you able to go protest? Like, there's things that I am totally against and I would love to go protest, but I have a job. I have a living. I have a responsibility.
Yeah, bro, this is not a job. This is a hobby. This is a hobby at best.
Ability to support my family. I can't just go protest. So who are these fucking people that just in a moment, oh my god.
They're paid, obviously, you retard.
The price of burgers is too high. Let's protest. Come on, everyone. What the fuck? Like,
it looks like he's exhausted from doing that amount of physical exercise. That's the most he's done for such a long time.
Who are these people? I know, because now you get into people get paid to protest today. I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right, but that's for another day. That's not for the DSP morning show.
he looks more homeless today. He actually does look far more homeless today. It looks like he's just wearing a hoodie with no shirt underneath the hoodie, which seems pretty obvious for him. So.
Okay. COVID events are 6 years in the past. Why'd I ditch the 10-year plan? Because the 10-year plan was based on things 7 years ago now that were bad, and now things are good. The 10-year plan was very simple, okay? Things were going very poorly for me, okay? Things were on a downward turn.
So 7 years ago, things were getting worse, but now things are good. Okay, cool.
For my work, I was making less money, people were fucking with me all the time, and basically I was in financial ruin. I needed to make a turnaround.
So 7 years ago was financial ruin, but now he's good. Now he's perfectly good. Well, that's a good revelation, Phil. But I'm very glad to hear that you're in a good situation, bro, because it means you don't need to complain about money anymore.
And the 10-year plan that was discussed was with 10-year span, I was going to phase myself out of being an online content creator, get an IRL job, and start to go into an IRL career. And by the end of 10 years,
Now, 7 years ago, okay, so that was 2019. So from that point, Philbert had been out of the job market for over 10 years. So what What employer do you imagine Philbert could have gone to and go, hey, you guys, you know that I can't do a particularly good Phil accent. Do you know I was on YouTube? I had a channel. I was really good. You guys, you know, I had business meetings every day. I had 300 viewers. And anyone would look at him and go, cool story, bro. Get the fuck away from me. Like, he has no marketable or employable skills at all. And he's lazy as shit. So, like, he's just the antithesis of being employable at all.
Done with streaming, and I'm doing stuff offline for the rest of my life. That's what the 10-year plan was, because at that point in my life, so much was being controlled by nonsense on the internet, right? My income, my livelihood, you know, whether I could even afford to do basic shit, it's fucked up, right? But things turned around.
Even when he talks about this, he never says, I did X, I did Y, I made this mistake by doing X and Y. He always says things outside of my control. There's no you know, inner interior inner. Anyway, he never says I was responsible for doing this. This man is almost 45. Like, imagine when he reaches 50. God, that'd be fucking sad. He just has no ability to go, you know what? It's my crippling addictions that are keeping me in this position, and my insistence on buying endless stupid shit.
Things are much better now. I'm in control of my destiny. I have a great job that's doing really well, right? I'm doing well for myself for many years now. I'm on an upward trend.
Okay, as we can see right now, he doesn't even have 300 people watching him.
Why on earth would you say, I need to phase out of something that's doing much better now and I'm in a better position in my life? In fact, what's happened...
Because that's the promise you made to your mother, you fucking retard.
Is since COVID, the whole thing flipped on its head. Because it used to be, oh, well, if I get an IRL job, right? That's going to be more consistent. That's going to be more dependable, you know, career and everything. But it's the opposite now. Now in the United States, the job market out there is so bad, even though you don't hear about it reported this way. But the job...
So how would he know? How would he legitimately know about this?
The market out there is so bad, most people don't have a full-time job.
He has not had a job in 15 years.
What they have is 2 or 3 part-time jobs.
2 or 3 part-time jobs. Okay, cool. I don't imagine your unemployed viewers, your legitimate fans, are going to need to know this.
Because they won't even get a full-time job anymore. No one will hire them for one. That way they don't get health care.
Does he state as to why this is the case?
They don't get benefits. They get nothing. They just have to go from job to job, bouncing around, trying to keep a fucking living, trying to make ends meet for their families. The era...
Oh, don't you know, I'm a working class guy. I love my family. Oh, I'm such a small time guy. I'm working class. I'm blue collar. I'm just like you. Oh, fuck off, Phil. Jesus.
Of career jobs where you start at the bottom, you work hard, and you get a...
God, yeah, we know how it goes, bro.
Then you get like a manager's position, then you get like a supervisor position, and then you can do... That doesn't exist anymore. Now it's you are at the bottom your whole life. You're a fucking ant that gets stepped on, misused. You don't get the hours you want. You don't get the health care you need. You get nothing. And that's the American employment system in 2026.
Okay. Yep. Okay, we've known about that for quite a while. It's been that way for quite some time. And I think Philbert has a lot of resentment to the fact that he was never made a manager at his other shit jobs, you know, because he's such a fucking loser.
So essentially, and by the way, not true. Okay, ban you. Not true. Fuck you. Since you think you know better, go out there and get a fucking job, because you don't have one. That's why you're sitting on my stream right now, midday. You don't have a fucking job.
Well, Philbert, I imagine a lot of people actually do, and they have such a position where they can watch you on, you know, alternative screens at work. So they're literally making money while they're giving you shit, which is funny as hell.
So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay.
Okay, so Philbert, so the guy who hasn't had a job in 15 years tells people who are in fact employed that they don't know what they're talking about. Laugh, deride your audience. Yep.
So anyway, as I was saying, that's the American life now. If I had quit being a streamer and went out there and got a job, likely already I would have had to jump 2 to 3 jobs.
Oh, Jesus, no. Well, I don't actually. I'm actually very curious to hear this, or know this, if anyone can tell me. Did Phil ever legitimately get a job himself, or was it simply by the exploits of Dave? Because I'd be really, really interested to know this, because we know that he had, like, as he tells it, he had various, I think, hospitality or service jobs, or maybe he didn't, because obviously he lies about everything. But I don't know if he ever actually had like a proper service industry job, because when he worked at a helicopter company, that was purely a nepotism attempt by his father. And he worked. Pretty sure he worked at Best Buy. No, sorry, he did work at Best Buy as well.
Even if I was good at what I was doing, I probably would not have retained a job. I would have had to jump.
Okay, so Philbert, I believe, was sacked from most of his jobs. So what does he mean about being good at what he's doing? Like he's not even good at this. So I don't imagine he, knows what he's even fucking talking about.
2 to 3 jobs. I barely would be making ends meet. I'd probably be working 2 or 3 separate jobs right now. It would be a nightmare. So thank God I didn't do a knee-jerk reaction and immediately say, I'm phasing out and quitting streaming, and I'm going to start doing IRL stuff. It actually would have ruined me. I really...
Versus now, when you're making less money than you did 10 years ago.
really feel that. Because the truth is,
I don't care what you feel, you freak.
the prices have skyrocketed and gone up.
Yet this man still insists that he's not poor, still insists on buying DoorDash once or twice, I think twice a week at the very least, and insists on buying often the most expensive meals on DoorDash.
Literally everything that we spend money on is now more expensive, but I would have been out there struggling to juggle IRL jobs.
Because we know that he has no skills that are valuable and that would pay well.
To make ends meet and do the bare minimum. Luckily with me, I stuck with it. I worked hard. I did.
Worked hard, bro. You fucking sat there, squandered your money on the dumbest things.
Interesting things in the last couple of years, I think we can all agree, that got me some more prominence, that got me some more attention.
Okay. And what was that, Philbert? That was you pandering to the lowest common denominator of streamers. Like, and even that's being generous, realistically.
On the internet, and it certainly got me a hell of a lot more attention in regards.
Okay, he doesn't even have 500 people watching him. As we stand, like, this dude is incapable of being likable. Like, I think Triple P said it quite well. He's just incapable of being entertaining and doing anything that actually invites people to him. Like, he just doesn't know how to do it at all.
To people who like my content, support it, and it got me upgraded to the point where now I'm actually modernized and people are coming and supporting in droves.
So okay. I mean, I think anyone can really modernize. So the dude spent, I think, 3.5K, 2.5K buying a new fucking desk and a chair, another chair that was functioning just fine. Dozens of wrist rests, other ridiculous peripherals. I'm not sure if another mic or another mic setup. Another one. This apparently. So the expenditure versus the income, I cannot be equivalent at all. Like he must be at a significant loss, but just by buying these things.
Which is amazing, right? And because of that now, I'm doing so much better.
Okay, so which implies that because he spent 2.5K, $3,000 on this equipment, as he calls it, that means that the ROI is over 3K. And I don't believe that.
I'm way better off.
I think the dude makes $300 a day at best.
God. Because
I think that's purely from streams.
you know, it would have been the opposite. Again,
Maybe $400 a day, maybe at best.
I think that would have been the worst decision if I'd given up on all of this and said, I throw in the towel, you know, I'm never going to get better.
You probably should have done. I really wish you had done. But yeah, anyways, this will have to do for the moment, guys. I'm just going to be bringing notice to some other ridiculous shit that he's been saying of late. And I've got some other things to do, but I will see you guys soon. Again, bye for now.